I'm Marianne again from Kingston Libraries. I'm a librarian in charge of the digital and innovation. And every week I do a 5 apps selection on a topic, and today is about 5 apps around augmented reality. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick explanation of what is augmented reality. I'm going to give you a short example, and then I'm going to show 5 really super cool apps who use augmented reality that can be used by everyone, every ages, and they're all really cool, honestly. So really quickly, what is augmented reality? Augmented reality is when you add a digital element into your world, your real world. So you don't have, a lot of people confuse augmented reality and virtual reality. So virtual reality is when you use one of these virtual reality headsets that you put over your eyes and you're completely immersed in a virtual world, virtual reality. But today we're not talking about that, we're talking about augmented reality. So to do augmented reality, you need 3 elements. You need a camera, so most often your phone or your tablet or a webcam, a Kinect, whatever. You need a marker. A marker can be a physical sign, so like a picture or a QR code, or just your face, things like that, but I'm going to explain that a little bit deeper. And then you need an overlay. So the overlay is the virtual element, the digital element you're going to add to your environment. So I'm going to give you a very quick example so you can see that you use every day, so you can see what is augmented reality. So this is an example of augmented reality. So we have 3 elements. We have the camera, which is the camera from my phone. You have the marker. The marker is my face. So the marker is based on 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth, and that's the way for the app to say, okay, so that's my marker, that's where I need to add my overlay, and the overlay is of course this glorious beard. So that's an augmented reality device you're using every day on Instagram, on Facebook, and just to have fun. So that's an augmented reality example. You just add a digital element to your reality, to your environment. So I'm going to continue this intro with this glorious beard. I'm just hoping you're not too distracted. I'm going to tell you about 5 apps today. So I'm going to start with Pokemon Go, just to give you another example of what you can do with augmented reality. Then I'm going to show you this incredible app called Civilisation AR that has been developed by the BBC, and that lets you explore different artifacts, and it's honestly it's amazing. So stay tuned for that. Then I'm going to show you Sketcha AR that allows you to draw thanks to augmented reality. I'm going to show you Inkenter, which is an app that allows you to try tattoos on your own skin with augmented reality, and it's also a very cool one. And last, I'm going to show you Google Translate, because a lot of people don't know about this feature, but on Google Translate you have a way, for instance, let's say you're in a Japanese restaurant in Japan, you don't speak Japan, none of the waiters speak Japanese, sorry, and you don't know what's on the menu. You can use your app, just hover over the menu, and it's going to translate right away. So that's really cool. So let's start with the first app right now. Okay, so the first app I want to show you, just to give you an example, is called Pokemon Go. I think a lot of people actually know this app. It's been quite a phenomenon when it started to be released. I'm showing you this one because I'm a huge Pokemon Go player, and I think it's an app that really was one of the first links with augmented reality that a lot of people had. So you see here I have a Pokemon around, so I'm going to click to catch it, and you have a feature where you can actually include it in your world. So we're going to do that. So I need to look around, and oh, he's going to interact with my cat. Here you go. So now I have a Pokemon on my couch, and my cat doesn't seem super phased about it. So I'm going to try to catch it. Well, never mind. I just wanted to show you what it looked like. But you can really have fun with the Pokemons in the little monsters in your app. So I mean, yeah, I'm not necessarily saying you should play Pokemon Go, even though you should because it's a really cool game. But just to show you an example of what augmented reality is, and here you go. And yeah, that is augmented reality. So it's just the eruption of digital in my reality. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that for to show you what is augmented reality, but now we're going to look into more interesting apps and apps that you can actually use on your day-to-day life. Okay, this next app I want to show you is called Civilisations AR. It's an app that's been developed by the BBC and that is linked with the TV show Civilization, the documentary show. And honestly, it's a very, very, very cool one. So when you start, so you see the app understood that there's a flat surface over here. So I'm just going to click on here. And let me just put a little bit of sound. And you will have a whole planet. You have different themes. So you have either all the themes or early civilization, human body, face, extra. I'm going to show you with this amazing mummy. So you have different things. So you can really look around. You can really, so you see there's a mummy on my couch. You can really look around. You can really go very, very close to it. See all the lovely little details. Look at that. If you click on the little book on the bottom, you will have a little bit of an explanation. And what is really, really good as well, if you click on this little lamp torch, you see you'll have an X-ray feature. And if you click on that, you can actually X-ray your Egyptian sarcophage. I don't know how to say that in English, but you understand what I mean. And you actually see the inside and you can really go up close and see like all the details. And I found that really, really amazing. Let me show you something else. I know you have like the, how do we call that? The Rosetta Stone. And that's also really cool. I'm just going to take one that I never tried. Let's see. Sorry, just going through a little bit of what's available. Let's see. You know what? Let's see this one. So I'm just going to click on that. And here you go. So yeah, it's here, it's in my house. And you see there's even the shadow. So when I was explaining how augmented reality works, the marker here is just a flat surface, any flat surface that your phone will detect. And we can go up close, we can even go behind it. And yeah, that's pretty amazing. So yeah, so that's Civilization AR by the BBC. And oops. And I really think it's a really amazing app. Even if you have kids, if you want to have a fun way of interacting with history and like really look at close artifacts. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Rosetta Stone. It's a really, really, really nice way. It's a very fun, interactive way to just discover history. I really, really like this one. Another app I wanted to show you is called Sketch AR. Here we go. So this app will help you to learn how to draw. So you have different courses, lessons in particular, or you can just choose any design you would like to draw. And basically it's a little bit, sorry. Basically it's just tracing the motif, but it's quite fun. Let me try to find a motif that is really easy and quick to draw. Well, hopefully the Grinch will will be okay. So what I'll do, I'm just going to click on draw with a space. So I don't have a good drawing material, so I'm just going to take a pencil, and then basically you just need to trace what you see. So I'm just doing that super quickly because I don't want to spend 4 hours making the video and just using like super thin lines instead of shading and everything. Okay, I'm just going to do that super quickly, and we'll see the result. So here you go, this is my result. I find it pretty terrifying, but once again, I just use one normal pen, and I did that in literally 5 minutes. So for a 5 minutes drawing, it's not too bad. It's really, really terrifying, but I think it's okay. So yeah, basically you will also have some of them that have step-by-step scenario in the courses. Let's see. If I wanted to draw, let me take another post-it. If I wanted to draw this one, you can see step by step what you need to draw. But yeah, basically you can see step by step what you need to do, and I think it's a really cool thing. And I know some people are using it to actually draw on walls or murals or things like that, because you can also have a feature where you have a bigger scale. So yeah, that's Sketch AR. Sorry again for the terrible drawing, but honestly, it's a really cool app to experience, to investigate, and you can really have some pretty amazing results with it. So yes, Sketch AR. Another app that I really like is called InkHunter, and I really like this app. Basically you can try new tattoos on your skin to see how it would look like. So for that you need to draw a little marker on your skin, but I'm going to show you that later. What you can do is you can use pre-made tattoos by real tattoo artists. So let me just like this nice little flower, and I'm going to try it on my skin. So indeed, you need to draw this little face. Here you go. So you can use a makeup pencil, and then you can adapt the size of the tattoo to see if it would look good on you or not. And you can take pictures as well. You can do different things. And one thing that I really like is that you can that's not what I wanted to do. You can create with your own drawing. So I'm just going to take a picture of that ugly drawing I just did. I'm going to try it as a tattoo. Add your tattoo gallery, and then you can just so I'm doing that to get rid of the white background. Here you go, and now I'm going to try it. So I'm not sure how that will work. Here you go. So I still have a little bit of noise on the bottom right. Sorry, it's a little bit shaky because I'm trying to do that with one hand. But you can see that I would have a lovely tattoo of a terrible Grinch. So, and you can try, yeah, I'm trying on my arm because it's easier, but you can try on your face, you can try on anywhere you want, really. And it's just really good fun to try a tattoo. Yeah, so that's Inkenter, and it's also a way for tattoo artists to share their amazing work as well, and ooh, nice. Um, and get known. So yeah, Inkenter is a really good one, and I think it's also a very good app to really understand what is augmented reality, because you have the picture, which is the tattoo, you have the marker, which is this little face I drew on my arm. See? And then the app understands where to put the tattoo, and the camera is, of course, the phone camera. So another one that is actually really good, and that a lot of people don't know about this feature, is Google Translate. So Google Translate is this app that allows you to translate everything. So if I'm saying bonjour, which means hello in French, you will see that I have the English translation. You can choose your origin language and what you want to translate it in. But this is a really good but there is a feature that is actually really good. So if you're in a foreign country and you actually have a menu, for instance, or a word, or if you're stuck, you're lost into a city and you need to read the signs, but potentially you don't read the language, you can actually have a feature that scans what you see and translate it. So I'm going through first with this book that is in French. Oh yeah, so you see, so right away it translates the title. So the font is a little bit weird because it's like that, but here you go. You can select everything and you can have the translation here, or you can have it really directly on the page. Yeah, once again, it's a little bit weird because it's a lot of text. Here you go. Or maybe I can show you with a blurb behind. So I know if you read what it says, it will feel weird, but it's actually a really good translation. It's from the book Hold by Louis Sachar, and it's a French version. But what the features that is really, really good, I'm going to try to show you. If I take Japanese as the origin language, let's say I'm in Japan and I'm at the restaurant and I have this menu and I have no idea what it means. Here you go. You can have a translation, and that's pretty awesome if you don't know what to order, and if you don't know what you are actually going to eat. So it's not completely perfect all the time, and you sometimes have some little hiccups, but at least you can see like it seems pretty clear. I understand what's on the menu, and then you can just scan it, and you will have it as a text, but that's not the best use of it. So yeah, that's Google Translate, and very, very useful, really. Same, yeah, as I say, if you're stuck in a town, you need to read especially in a non Latin language like Russian, or yeah, maybe let's try Russian. Let's try Russian. So once again, I chose a menu because yeah, here you go. So that's pizza. Would you have known if you just saw that what it would be? If you don't speak Russian, obviously. So that's quite good. So yeah, I use a menu because it's honestly one of the biggest uses of this app is when you're in another country and you are dealing with a menu in another language. So that's Google Translate the that's Google Translate the AR function, and I think it's really, really good. So me and Spider-Man hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week for another app selection. Let me know in the comments if there are any topics that you would like to see covered. Bye, have a nice week.